You'd be amazed at the places you could ship a carved pumpkin to. Um, uh, my, I've always liked carving pumpkins, fascinated with them at Halloween. I remember when I was young, I would draw these elaborate faces that I would want to carve, but I would be too young to carve them. So my older sister would have to carve them, and she would say, "Oh, that's just too complicated, David. We'll do this and this and there." I'd be so disappointed about that. Finally, when I got a little bit older, then I could carve them myself and realized they weren't quite as easy to carve as possible as I thought they had been. But then when I was a teacher, it was about the time of the year, a time that they came out with the carving tools with these little tiny knives, which just opened up all the possibilities of much more complicated things you could do. And what really sparked my interest with those carving tools is that there was a contest, a pumpkin carving contest involved with them. And I love contests. So I entered some elaborately carved pumpkins for this contest, and started winning some prizes. And a local magazine heard about some of the pumpkins that I had carved, and they mentioned that in the magazine. And then a local TV show heard about it, and then the producers of Good Morning America New York heard about this. So soon I was being flown out to New York City to carve pumpkins on TV live there, which was a fun experience. And then to be flown out to New York, spend all night in a fancy, swanky hotel carving pumpkins there, whisked away to the show in the morning, and then be back on a plane home 24 hours later. And then the next year, they were interested in having me carve pumpkins as well, but they said, "We don't want you, though, David. We just want your pumpkins. So could you carve the pumpkins and then mail them out to us here in New York from Minnesota?" And I said, "Well, you can't ship a carved pumpkin across the country." And they said, "Oh, of course you can." So they said, "Bring my pumpkins to." It was a mailing service. I think it was either mailboxes, et cetera, or the UPS store. I spent all night carving pumpkins. Was at the store at 7 in the morning when they opened up. They took the pumpkins, they packaged them. The next morning, I turned on the television, and there are my pumpkins in New York in perfect condition.